in, everybody. Welcome and thank you for tuning in to the Jams and Cocktails Live podcast here on Facebook Live. I am your host, Brad Brock. And of course, joining me tonight in the JNC Lounge, as always, is the wonderful Jordan Taylor.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, yeah. And from Treasure Coast Entertainment, our good friend, Mr. Jeff Fereshetian.
Good evening, everyone.
And who do you have with you tonight there, Jeff?
Oh, this is Julie McNibbles. She's a little friend of mine from the Treasure Coast Wildlife Hospital. She's doing a big yawn.
Aw, Julie McNibbles.
Yeah, about 4 months old. She's my home girl. We hang out.
Yeah, she's quite a bit bigger than Squeaks was when you brought her on the show.
It is. She's bigger than most because I can't return her to the wild. Her back two legs are out of commission, so she's probably just going to ride out with us, Christina and I.
Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome, man. I do love when you tell me your possum stories. Very cool thing that you do.
They are crazy.
All right, you guys. Let me see. Let me get over here to where we're at. Just to let you know, tonight we're bringing you our shot of the week. And we're going to get our news update from the Jordy Files. And, of course, our midweek motivation with Tony Espinosa will also be featuring some of our local favorite music videos and chatting with Jeff about our future musical guest prospects for the JNC podcast, events going on around town, and the future of our music scene now that many of our venues are opening back up. Of course, we are watching the comments, so please feel free to join in our conversation. Let us know what you're sipping on and what's shaking in your lives. We love to hear about all that kind of stuff. I guess we should kick off the show right now with a shot of the week. So get your shot glasses ready.
Okay.
And all of you at home, get those shot glasses ready because this is our shot of the week.
Jen said it's still going in and out.
All right. Let me check on a couple things here. But in the meantime, while you guys are at home, be sure to get some Jameson and some pickle juice.
Super easy. And that's the way it's done, son.
Pickle first, and then JMO on the tail end.
Always the JMO first.
Always the JMO first.
Yeah, so the pickleback, it kind of takes the cut of that burn from the Jameson. So yes, the pickleback shot, super simple. Take a shot of Jameson, take a shot of pickle juice. That's the way it's done, son. Yeah. Super easy.
That's awesome.
All right. No, be sure to, make sure you take the right one first. You don't take the wrong one.
Am I taking the whole pickle?
Yeah.
Or
am I taking the whole pickle?
Or just the tip, whatever you want.
Yeah, take the whole pickle, big boy. All right, cheers. Down the hatch.
Woo, cuts it right up, don't it?
Woo.
Crazy,
Woo.
huh?
Ain't nothing but pickles.
It's like eating a pickle. A drunk pickle.
A drunk pickle. Wild, man.
Oh my God, what if you soaked pickle wedges in Jameson?
Would you even notice?
Do you think, yeah.
That's better than Jell-O shots. Jordan, you're on
I know, and the rum gummies.
I know.
It's amazing.
That's awesome.
Oh man, next
Brilliant.
time.
Brilliant.
We
Brilliant, I tell you.
We shouldn't have thrown all those pickles away today.
We're not supposed to talk about it. We ate all those pickles. Pickles were not harmed in the making of these shots.
True.
Oh, you had to buy some just to get this shot juice? That was a
Yep.
good call.
Yeah, and then I strained it through a coffee filter so that all the junk in there.
Because we fancy.
Yeah, you get the seeds. I see that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Oh, man. All right. So, yeah, some people were saying that we're kind of going in and out here. Let me know if that clears up. Literally done all I can. So, otherwise, we'll see you on the other side of the podcast.
Yeah, let me ask you, if the live is fumbled like that, will the rebroadcast be fumbled, or is it recorded
it'll be
straight?
perfect.
I got you.
All the way through.
Okay.
Yep.
So sorry, Facebookians.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Thank you.
But that records all the way down to the computer here, so at least we have that going for us.
Man, that's a first, though, right? That is a first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think it's-
I mean, that's what I get for third partying
Yeah.
and trying to be fancy.
Hey.
Yeah, so hopefully it's cleaning up. It doesn't look like it's. It looks like it's catching up here,
Awesome.
which is good.
Marvelous.
All right, yeah. So we are welcoming Jeff back to the show here tonight. He is Treasure Coast Entertainment president, owner, and operator, and he books for an array of the Treasure Coast venues while planning great music events in the area as well. Jeff is also a local entertainer who has been on the scene for decades. How does that feel?
That's horrible
How does
to
that
hear,
feel?
but that's kind of true, yeah.
But he is a great friend of the show, and we always love to have him here on the show. Jeff, how's it going, man?
It's going well. Thank you, my friend. It's been an absolutely crazy month. Nothing seems to be all the way back to where it is, but we're having a lot of fun with what is back, and so that's what I like to do.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I feel like it's always going to be a long way to go.
Yeah.
But it is crazy how usual some things seem. You know, when we're back out there on the gig. I don't know, how's it been for you? What places have you been playing?
Well, we've gotten back into a lot. The places that I'm representing and booking for aren't all back on the job yet full time, but most of them are catching up with little slots here and there. But obviously, the Sneaky Tiki, we have a ton of fun over there, and I hope to for as long as I can think ahead, because that's just kind of my home base. I love that place.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
And and here in Port St. Lucie with Hop Life Brewery, with the new beer garden out on the side, we've been having music there on Saturday evenings and Sunday afternoons, and the food trucks have been out there, and we've been just getting a ton of good feedback on that.
Yeah, which is wild. I actually just played out there this past Saturday night.
That's right.
And
yeah.
I had a ball. It was great.
It's amazing, the turnout. And when I played there last, right when the beer garden was new, what we ended up doing was the first part of the evening, it almost seemed like the people inside that are regulars weren't quite ready to not be inside where they were used to. But once they got outside, within the first 30 minutes of playing, the rest of the night was packed out on the beer garden.
Oh, it's wild, dude. When I played there, like, inside was a complete ghost town. Yeah. I think there was 2 tables of people, but outside was smashed. They had some sort of a Jeep meetup.
Yeah.
So they had all those crazy Jeeps
I've been
out
there
there.
For that before. There's like 25 Jeeps on the parking lot.
Yeah, it was wild,
that's
man.
A fun night.
It was awesome. But yeah,
guys.
I love those guys there. I'm going to do a quick plug for Hop Life. They do have my favorite beer now bottled up or canned up. This is the Hop Life Firehog Red Lager,
Very nice.
It's delicious.
Amen to that. And you know, Rob and Sarcy are 2 of the most interested in making this community awesome people that I have in my life. So it's been a neat road, and things are peeling out. We got actually some band action coming starting in July.
Nice.
And there'll be solos out there, maybe solos, maybe duets, right in that range for a while. But right when things start to simmer down off the, concern for the community tip, we're going to start putting out a band and putting on some shows and using the beer garden with its potential. So I'm really excited for the things coming up there.
Yeah, that's killer, man. No, it's definitely a massive plus to Hop Life to now have that outside area.
Oh man.
Because inside, for us particularly, love playing there. But if you guys have ever been to Hop Life Brewing, the inside is like a warehouse,
It's
so
beautiful,
just
but it's concrete and glass and metal. I mean, it's a combination of 3 of Tone's most difficult adversaries.
Exactly. And most of us, we have like one setting and go.
That's it.
So you go from playing an outside room to playing there, and everything is out of whack. It's crazy.
Exactly.
But no, that was a great addition, and I love that Rob and then put that stage up. That was really, really nice and very thoughtful to the musicians.
He's got a good plan.
There.
He's got a lot of love for local community and a lot of love for the artists in the area, as he is an artist himself.
Yes.
And we jam as often as we can. Me and Rob, if you're watching Rob and see this eventually, we get our Monday night jams on. We have some fun with a bunch of friends, and we get together. And
we ought to put together a Wednesday night jam with Rob.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking
wink, wink. I got a place.
Well, speaking of open jams, I want to drop Sneaky one more time because what our eventual goal is, another place backed out of one because everybody's going up and down in their confidence and going forward being a good idea right now. And that's a touchy situation.
Definitely good to be objective right now.
It is. It's. I mean, not just to be safe, but to not assume more than we're capable of assuming.
Absolutely.
So we have to be aware that there's a lot of things happening, but we will be, because my open mic at the Deck that was on Wednesdays, the Deck didn't get to reopen after their hit from the COVID because they were brand new to begin with.
Right, that was tough.
Such a successful Wednesday. We had some fun there. We had some broadcasts there.
Yeah.
And then they couldn't get past this obstacle. So what we're gonna do is possibly, and well, very soon, is Thursday nights at the Sneaky Tiki. And so what I'd like to see is the option for business owners and people that I represent for other places that want to know the musicians before I throw them in there. This is an opportunity for a lot of people to come out and not only just put yourself out on the microphone and meet other interested, like-minded musicians, but also, potentially eventually grab a couple gigs and do this and that.
For sure. Absolutely. Open mics, I mean, that's kind of the reason for it, unless you're just kind of cutting your teeth or building your chops and
which is
getting
my
out in
favorite
front.
thing, by the way. The reason I like doing open mics is because those first timers, no matter how horrible it is, no matter how great it is, it's my favorite thing. My favorite thing is crappy punk rock. like
Right.
one take songs, you recorded 3 of them, but then you're tired of the song by the time you're done with it. But the best take, that's what I loved about punk rock, is it was just raw.
Yep.
That was my favorite thing. It's really good stuff.
It is awesome, man. And it's awesome to see, like, just the look in people's eyes when they're on stage for the first time, or like we've been doing that. I've been in the game for 20 years playing music live as a profession.
Yeah.
You're in the same boat, a lot of us old dogs out there just kind of, we cut our teeth a long time ago. Our teeth are falling out at this point.
But we forget how nerve-wracking that is. And the first
Sure.
time, there could be 6 people in front of you, but you feel like you're playing for Wembley Stadium.
Right.
Because you're like, every single person here, it's like somehow matters in their life how good I do right now. It doesn't matter. We're having some fun. You're doing the best you can. And I just want to encourage people to get past that first 4 or 5 visits to the microphone, because it is definitely nerve-wracking.
Yep, it's daunting for sure. I do have some questions here for you.
Oh, for me?
Yeah, for you.
Well, go right ahead, sir.
So recently we've been having some discussions about the Jams and Cocktails podcast and potentially, or not potentially, but definitely putting some new talent, musical talent on the show.
Introducing.
So, yeah. So I'm very happy to be working with you on booking some great local artists here on the JNC podcast.
100%. Me too.
Hit me with some of the prospects that we can hope to get booked on the show. I know there was a couple that were straggling today, but it's been quite a debacle for those guys.
It was.
So.
Well, I know it was a short-term idea for the visitors, because hopefully, even on a regular basis, we could have a panel of a couple of folks and then focus on the one for the evening and have everybody support the situation. But tonight, my good friend, if I can just call out a few people real quick here.
Yeah, please do.
Michael LeBon, one of the greatest local artists. He's playing this week, actually, at the Tide House right here in Jensen Beach. And it's going to be a weird week because of the Roosevelt Bridge situation, but he is one of my very favorite, and a neighborhood person with me in where Christina and I live.
Yep.
And we're going to do a lot with him. But he will, not far from now, have his own show. If he doesn't make it tonight because of his situation, then we're going to have him here shortly. But
awesome.
He's got a great story. He's a motivated, talented person who does a lot of good things. And I like him especially because he's got so much energy that he has to work a full-time day job as well as be awesome as what he does in the evenings. And
he's great.
It's a rare quality in a person. I really find it
for sure.
awesome.
I don't have that quality.
This is what you do in the daytime.
The second I work, but he like work. He's like out working, landscaping on a golf course or maintenance on a golf course.
Well, not just maintenance, but organization,
the whole
and
thing,
and everything. He's talented.
Well, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to that for sure. Absolutely.
So him, my good friend Vern Dazel, who just came to us not too many months ago from South Africa. He came to join the band Stitch and Whiskey, and he plays for me at a lot of venues that I'm lining up. But he's also pretty much everywhere, because once people hear him once, he's got such a phenomenal sound.
He really does.
A presence on that microphone.
And it's so funny when when you hear him sing, like, I think like he sounds, like one of the best Southern rock singers.
Yeah, and he's got this thick accent when he talks.
I know.
It's like house.
It's wild, man. Yeah, he sings with this like Chris Stapleton power and sound, and then he turns around and he straight from Cape Town, like,
so crazy.
Like, oh wow.
Because you call him on the phone and he's like, I can't do a South African accent. I don't want to butcher it and do that. But it's the opposite of when I actually heard him play live. I'm like, are you sure this is Vern?
Yeah.
When we first started talking. But it's him. He's just, it's one of those talents.
It's wild.
So he's amazing. I've contacted, we're going to have the Little Things here in a short while, who are taking literally many continents by storm. They've been to New Zealand and all over the UK and just some phenomenal places all over the world. Obviously, this year travel plans have halted.
Yes.
As it would require 2 weeks in a hotel room. Nobody wants to do that. So
nope.
We're staying home. We're going to do some things. But in that time, we're going to make some productive choices and do things that have to do with better introducing them to the immediate area.
Yeah, that's killer. I've wanted them on the show from Go.
They are phenomenal.
I know we talked earlier this week, and they had they're actually having a recording session today, which is very, very cool.
Which is why they couldn't be here tonight, by the way.
I'm also going to ask you to reach out to Brian.
Which Brian?
And Jeff from Raincat.
Oh yeah.
And I would.
There we go.
Yeah, representing.
Little Raincat.
I would love to have those guys on and have a couple drinks to talk, because they are so fibrous to the area here. They've just been doing it for so long, and their whole process is very unique and interesting in a way that they take the artist, and it's not just a recording process, but it's a whole artistic journey with the way they film the artist in the studios, and just very, very cool.
And they're also both very talented, where when there's additions needed that aren't with the artist in the studio, they can add anything, bass lines, backgrounds. They can do all these things, and when they come out of the studio, they've always got a good quality product. And that is, like, from my house, you could literally, maybe not a stone, but you could throw a frisbee and hit that studio. It's like right outside of our neighborhood, and it's a pretty awesome place. I mean, we've been in there. I was in there with Victoria Lee not very long ago, and it was a couple of takes, and we got it right, and they mixed it down, and it sounds great. So that's what it's all about.
Killer. Very, very cool, man. That's just 3 of the artists that we're prospecting out. So it's coming.
Well, there's a couple more. I mean, I'll mention Stephen Hunt, who also tonight had a little bit of studio time opportunity because of our situation here.
Sure.
And he was interested, of course, in coming and hanging out and being a panel member, because he's hilarious. He's a great guy to hang out with, as well as a good musician.
Indeed. We actually have a video of his that we'll feature later on, so you guys will get to see exactly what we're talking about. It's just the way he puts his things together is so cerebral and very, very cool how he does it.
He is amazing. And when we just first opened the Sneaky Tiki back when I was just managing the restaurant, and we were hanging out and having fun, he came in, and then all of a sudden, immediately, he's a fixture because of his amazing energy. Out of all the people that I know and love in this town, I always have to put him on certain events, certain holidays, because he's just a rare character.
Yeah, indeed. He certainly is.
He really is.
I do look forward to having him on.
It'll be a good show. It'll be cool.
That's killer. So moving on, and there's so many more artists, by the way.
Yeah,
like it's going to be it's going to be awesome. We'll dive into that a little bit.
Okay.
We don't want to give away all our secrets.
All right. There's a lot more coming, so I'm hoping everybody's as excited. This town has so much talent, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to put a little bit of it out.
Thank you, and I'm so glad that we're working together to get it done.
Yeah,
because it's daunting. Just lining up the guests that I did over the last 21 weeks. is daunting because it's
challenge on its own.
Yeah, it's because it's basically like cold calling,
right.
And it's like, hey, I have a podcast that you may or may not have heard of.
I guarantee you, none of them haven't heard your name. That's what I know. Brad Brock is a scene member, and that's
household name.
It is a household name. On any person that's a part of the scene, they are very familiar with your name. So.
Oh, listen,
It's
you
true.
guys, listen.
It's just a real thing.
So now that many of our venues are opening back up and having music for the last few weeks, tell me about the feedback that you've been receiving about it. Anything at all?
Well, yeah, I've got pros and cons coming at me. Honestly, it's more pros than cons. People, I don't know if it's just because they're being polite and not telling me what they actually think, but I'm also watching the feedback online, and maybe not directly at me, but I try to take it all into consideration. And Christina hasn't even been online since the recent outbreak of news, because it's just constantly negative. Although we all are supportive and conscious of the right idea.
Sure.
I'm doing the same thing.
Well, it's hard. Yeah.
I'm doing the same thing.
Social media hiatus.
Yeah, for like the past couple months. I'm
grateful for the interaction between the people, but I'm disappointed in the mob mentality sometimes, because it doesn't take facts and go up to the top. It just goes off on whichever tangent caught fire. Yeah. And everything's flammable in this environment, so it's a very difficult.
I need to write that
statement.
down.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's right. It's true.
It's tough. And so what
we don't call it Tinseltown for nothing.
No, exactly. And that's very similar, because people make and break their careers on really simple or ridiculous things that shouldn't have done it, and then it bugs them for the rest of their life. I'm hoping America has a better story than that.
Sure.
Because
Indeed.
I love what we get to do. I love the opportunities that we get to have, and I'm hoping that the talented people that keep surfacing in this area are something that I have the time to care about without having to, arm myself or whatever's going on. Yeah. So I want to continue. I think we've been on a great path. I was born here. I love this town, and I want the people that I know and love to somehow not. Well, I want everybody to be able to benefit from each other in their lives. So that's my point. But man, oh man.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, and everybody has something to offer, so it's like weaving the tapestry.
Yeah.
We all
quote. That's a Frasier quote. Did you get that from Frasier?
I didn't.
I'm a nerd. I'm sorry. I'm a Frasier nerd.
I do love Frasier, so it's possible I heard it, but yeah, no, that's funny. What do you think about the future of local music festivals? Since like, for example, like the Pineapple Festival.
Well, for Pineapple Fest in particular, Ron Rose, part of the Jensen Beach Chamber of Commerce, and we've been in touch, and we keep tabs on each other as much crazy stuff is going on. We're not kicking it out of the idea of possibility, but you can't invite that many people to something. And even though right now it's a free event and we're doing it on a budget, but there has been a couple of months of no contribution. There's been a couple of months of everything, and so for it to come out of the budget might turn into a ridiculous idea if nobody's willing to come out. So we kind of have to see where we're at within 45 days from the event is my guess, because at the moment everything changes on the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
So
do you think that it's ever going to be the same again?
I don't think it's going to be the same for a while. But I think there's always going to be permanent changes from a significant event. But this will be, if not equal, then more of 9/11 situation. And it brings a lot of awareness to people that didn't have it, and it brings a lot of gratitude maybe for people that took things for granted. But I'm hoping that, much like a trip to jail takes your freedom, I'm hoping that this experience opens a lot of people's eyes and makes them grateful for what we actually get on a daily basis without asking.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. I'm 100% behind that. I feel like now that people are aware that this could happen, they're taking changes, even subconsciously maybe, to prepare themselves for if it happens again. And taking precautions so that it doesn't happen to get to them in such a devastating way, because illnesses come and go, but how we react to them and the speediness that we react to them, that's what makes the difference, I believe. So
I agree.
And,
I think it's
I really hope it's not the death of major music festivals. I really hope that it could somehow come back, you know.
Well, funny story. This year, Christina and I usually do something on an annual pass basis, and this was the first year. And honestly, this doesn't make that much sense because everything we would have done on an annual basis would have been shut down. But the first time we ever did the Palm Beach Amphitheater annual pass, and immediately this happened, and we couldn't do it. But the whole point of that was to get something external that's doing great into the frame of mind that we're bringing back to our small town.
Right.
Instead of running off to Disney or Universal or whatever was going on up in Orlando. Because it's silly, but I enjoy the getaway. I enjoy the change of the book.
Yeah.
You know, so we have to get what we can. But my goal was to make that what we ran away to so that some element of that could come back into building things in this town. And watching what we do on stage and talking to all the people that we can and doing everything that we can do to contribute to the awesomeness of Martin County. But if we don't have a bridge, we ain't doing much. I'll tell you what.
God, no kidding,
crazy.
man. That's crazy. We're definitely going to talk about that a little bit later.
Separated everything.
I
know.
like
I was actually supposed to be tomorrow night at Alanis Morissette.
so was I. I was there with Garbage and Liz Fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
My
We were
inner
there.
13-year-old.
Yeah.
Melting away. Yeah.
I
Now
feel
it's
you.
postponed until August 2021.
But now it's like a $200 event in Miami. Have you noticed? Yeah, no, it's not the same event anymore. It's the same tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. I just got a refund because I was like, I don't even know if I'll be alive then.
That's
so
why.
I'm
because,
just gonna.
Yeah, it's going down there.
my
I think
loss
it's
now.
a 2-day event, and Garbage isn't with them anymore, which I was pissed about
Yeah,
because
'cause Garbage is awesome.
I love Garbage.
Oh, what a
Yeah.
bunch of crap.
Yeah, no, I mean,
That's my motto.
there are going to be a lot of changes.
What a bunch of trash.
sure.
I love trash.
So with that being said, actually, here's a question for both of you guys. By the way, hi, Austin Beal. Thanks
Hey,
for tuning
Austin.
in.
Oh, hi, Austin.
Want to say hey to Drums and Rums. Paul, thank you for tuning in, brother. Another great podcast you guys should check out. Like some of my favorite things, Drums and Rums.
Amen.
Your
yeah,
only two favorite things.
Amen.
You're one of my favorite
Okay,
things.
2 of your 3 favorite things.
But no, he interviews some great drummers, and he also samples an eclectic mix of rums, which, you know, it's the key to my heart.
It's a
So
good lifestyle, right?
yeah, so we you may be hearing a little bit more about maybe a crossover situation with Drums and Rums here for an
Yeah.
episode or two.
That sounds like a segment. Hell yeah.
Right.
Nice.
So thank you for tuning in, man. Ashley, Lisa, thank you for tuning in. Just want to give a shout out here, you guys. We were getting involved. I'm hoping that the connection's becoming a little bit better for our live viewers.
It is not.
No, still.
Jen
Still
keeps
sticking
texting me.
out?
She's like, it's good. And then she's like, nope, it's messing up. It's good now.
You know,
nope,
it's
still messing up.
It's funny. I wonder.
Oh, I see it now.
I wonder if it might have something to do with just everything that was going on with the service providers.
Oh, but
You
no,
know?
but mine was fine. Because, I mean, we have
Yeah, I mean,
AT&T. I don't think.
Mine looks fine on the computer
don't
here,
know.
but I don't know.
Huh. What was your question?
Oh, the question
Or
was.
were you not done with your shout out? Sorry.
Oh, no. So my question to both of you is, do you think that people will be more likely to attend local music shows since large national touring artists are not having their concerts?
Mm.
Well, I'm hoping that the inspiration comes from being interested in the community event that a music show is. I mean, you got to go and you got to be supportive of the people, but I've always thought that a lot of the larger shows were just kind of, I mean, I used to go just for the scene sometimes, and I'm not against that, but I would definitely miss it if that was my only outlet. So maybe the local music scene will come up a little because it's part of the show, especially at all the new places opening up.
Yeah.
I
What do
mean-
you think, Jordan?
I don't know. I guess so. I mean, it would kind of have to.
Yeah.
I mean, by default.
I guess the major
even.
question or the main part of that question is, without having concerts at a concert venue to go to, would you be more apt to go out on a weekend and see local music just to get that live show fix?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you require a live show fix? Is that
Yes,
something
yes.
you miss?
Dude, I honestly
I do
believe
like
that there
that.
are some people that really crave that
I agree.
and need that, which is great, you know.
I think I am one of those people. I think that when you meet so many, my father was a golfer, and he always told me that 80% of the business he's ever done was started, if not completed, on the golf course. And in my experience, I can relate with not the golf course, but the live music venue.
Right.
And I meet and shake hands with and make plans with, and they don't all pan out, but so many of them do, and it turns into it all just because we were both interested in this similar outcome. And I guess the golf course is the same way, but I never thought about it that way until just now.
Yeah.
But that's how that works.
Look at that. We're connecting neurons here.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's
Nice.
great.
Well, that's great. You know, and with that information, for me, do you think that local artists should step up the quality of their show, not the quality of their performance per se, but what they're bringing in terms of show? Simple things like better lighting, better staging, better interaction with the people that are watching their shows versus, you know, like taking the opportunity, because a lot of these little places that were just, you know, we were basically like audio wallpaper, as
Right.
Tony Solomon says.
That's a good
You
way,
know,
Tony. That's
people are
accurate.
now coming out to these places because they can't get their fix for music otherwise. So they're looking at you, who was once just a corner, you know, a loud corner, you know, and now they're looking to you to kind of fill that void. So I feel like, you know, it's probably
Audio wallpaper.
right.
I'm stuck on that. I think that's a great idea because it's true. Like, usually we're just background music if it's a place that people didn't initially go to just for music. But they might enjoy it, and you make good tips and all that stuff like that. But putting a little bit of effort into that and making that experience more memorable, because it's not actually what songs you play, and it's not actually much other than the way it made the person at the table feel.
Right.
And so if they remembered it on a positive tip, really doesn't matter what you're doing. It could be one of many things.
Yep.
But it you know, nothing specifically.
That's why requests are so powerful.
Amen.
You know,
I
and
love
somebody
requests.
requests a song, generally it's because it has some sort of deep-seated meaning to them.
Right.
So if you perform it, and obviously in an arrangement that they enjoy, so if you botch it,
I think it was Tom
different
Petty,
story.
if I'm not mistaken. Tom Petty said, "I love playing a song to 15,000 people, and it means something different to every single one of them."
Right.
And that's the beauty.
You know,
of
and
those
because
requests.
because music, it affects people differently because it's come into their life during a different situation
Right.
for everyone.
Could be
you
a
know?
breakup. It could be
Yeah.
a new day. It could be a new job. It could be an accident.
Yeah.
It could be a fire. It could be anything. But when they hear it, and it's just like taste or smell or anything, I think music is definitely the sixth sense. So.
It like takes them back. It's so funny. I have a collection of like mixtapes or mixed CDs from when I was, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And I have them in like a little folder, and so like sometimes, you know, and I never labeled CDs back when I was like burning CDs.
You can't. It's too many.
Yeah. So like, you know, it was just, you know, you just kind of pop it in and see what it is. And man, if I didn't come across some CDs that were so, you know, like the top 10 of, you know, 2001, you know, and it's
The
like
B-Rock top 10 of
Yeah.
1991.
exactly. You know, so those songs just like, you know, and it was the song that I played over, or the CD I played over and over again from front to back in my car while I was going through my first relationships, you know, my breakups, what you name it,
All
man.
that.
And so you listen to that CD and it's like, wow,
Those
It
are the
takes
best.
you all the
though.
way back.
You can sing every line just like it was Bohemian Rhapsody or something. Just every note, every little nuance. They're just stuck in your brain. I love those things. Is everyone?
Just read the comment here.
Oh, yeah.
Kim Price, she says, quote of the night, they don't call it Tinseltown for
That must have been a minute or two ago, right? Is there
Yeah,
a
I
little
think
delay?
we're catching
Yeah,
up.
we got a massive
Maybe.
delay. That's okay. I do appreciate you guys tuning in tonight here live. As always, anytime these kind of things happen, the podcast obviously will be available on YouTube in HD tomorrow in its entirety, so there won't be any skips or weirdness.
Yeah, if you're killing time.
Yeah.
I appreciate the hang-in.
And of course, we have the audio versions of these podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes. They're all available on Thursday night, so you can go right on there and listen to it on a drive, or when you're sitting out on your patio, you listen to me ramble on all night long.
We have some fun.
We do have some
That's
fun.
what I like to do.
I got one more question for you here before we get into a
For me?
different segment. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and for you too, Jordan, I suppose.
Tell me, Jordan.
Yes, sir.
So I've noticed that live streaming concerts have dropped off a little bit since things have reopened. Do you think that it's still going to be a mainstay moving forward, live stream concerts?
What do you think, Jordan? I have an answer. I wanted to.
I'm sorry, I missed the question.
Oh my God, I'm going going now.
One more time.
I think
Sorry.
mainstream audience has to have a certain amount of followers first in order for it to be significant after this point. Because although it was awesome and interesting at the beginning of this quarantine, people being with such short attention spans. Like, we have the attention span of a fruit fly these days. Obviously, everybody does. We do. The kids do. Everybody does. And so, in order to keep an interest, even though there was nothing else going on, everybody was trying to put out their what they have into the universe, but it just fell off like a shelf. It was like the continental shelf right there, where there was all, and it just dropped. And then all of a sudden it went away. But it's not like a intentional lack of gratitude or anything, but it's a good example of how those things go. But there was also a huge amount of large international musicians, and when they would go, they would get 73,000 views or whatever.
Naturally.
And it would be the same as going to a couple of different shows. But I don't know. After this, I think it would be something fun to do, but it's kind of like a reality show situation. You got to really be interested if you're going to watch the whole thing. And that's just me.
No, you're right. And not just be interested, but the content should be interesting, you know?
Right. And I've been a little desensitized to just watching anything for an hour.
Yeah.
And plus, I always try to...
Oh, how we know here on JNC.
Here we go, JNC. But that's, I mean, but these are topics that I find important, and I've always had a good time here. So I'm participating in something that I love on this tip.
No, it's good, you know, and it's tough to hold attention for people when you're sitting just playing guitar and singing songs, you know, and there's some real talent. In fact, Vern, who we were talking about a little bit earlier on, he had a very consistent, like, daily 4 p.m. Vern was on live streaming.
Oh, he was on point. Yeah, he really did a good job.
And his consistency paid off for him because he would garner quite a bit of viewers on the regular. So he was quite successful in terms of that. So hats off to Vern for being consistent. With his streaming.
I think that was awesome.
To you, Vern. Was that band rehearsal tonight?
But also on that same tip, there's a couple other folks I'd like to call out with that, with the little things, with Victoria. I almost said Victoria's Secret, Victoria Lee, and there was just a lot of folks that went consistently, not only for the benefit of people paying attention, but what I find most attractive in that is people that are doing it to better themselves. And that's, you know, the same thing in a relationship. Sure. You got to love yourself before you can have a good relationship. And
babe, what does RuPaul say?
What does he say? I don't know.
If you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else?
That was a
Can
RuPaul
I get an amen
quote?
up in here?
Well, he better copyright that before somebody plagiarizes that.
I'm absolutely certain that it's copywritten.
It better be. It says it at the end of every episode.
Every episode of Drag Race.
And all the drag queens unite and say amen, and then RuPaul says, "Let the music play," and then they all dance.
And I'll match his quote with my quote, and I always say, "Take what you want, or you get what you settle for."
Oh, I like that too. Yeah. I like that too. You guys write that down.
Ooh.
Copyright.
Write that down, but don't steal it. Well, that's awesome. And I agree. What do you think, Jordan? Now that you understand what we're talking about, I don't have to repeat the question.
She's interacting with so many guests.
Yeah, I am. You have to repeat the question, sir.
No, that's good though. I'm so glad that.
I think a lot of comments just caught up too.
Oh yeah.
Can you show McNibbles again too when you're done? Yeah. Okay, because we had someone thought it was a. Kristen thought that you were holding a bowl of chocolates.
Nope, not chocolates.
We wish.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
Well, since things are catching up, we understand that we're on quite a bit of a delay here, but we're going to raffle off some stuff tonight, Jordan.
Oh.
Tonight we're going to raffle off a Brad Brock guitar pick necklace.
Wow.
Whoa. So it's great for you or as a gift. So whoever wins, we'll do it custom for you. We'll let you know what kind of charms we have and what colors you like. We'll put it together for you and get it sent out to you. So if you're interested in joining the raffle, just in the comments say, I want to be in the raffle for the necklace, or just I want to be in the raffle. And Jordan will jot your name down, and we will do a drawing towards the end of the show.
Well, isn't that swell?
Isn't that swell? Yeah. Oh, perfect. You're so smart.
I know.
Now they're going to see it before they hear it.
I got this. It's not my first rodeo.
Not your first rodeo.
I can't get the keyboard, but I can get the keyboard.
Well done.
I can't get the hotkeys, but I can type. There we go.
Well done. Well played, sir.
Specifics.
All right. We got that out of the way. We're going to pop over here to Jeff and McDrewley.
Wait, hold on 1 second.
I thought it was McNibbles.
McNibbles, Julie
Oh.
McNibbles.
Drewley McNibbles. That's right.
McNibbles.
Yes, Drewley was the first name.
It's a strange situation.
Can they pick the color guitar pick and the charm, or is it just a random?
No. They can
okay.
customize it just the way that they'd like. Aw. So sleepy.
This is Julie. Uh-oh.
Drewley.
She dropped it. Hold on 1 sec. You got it? Oh, she got it.
Oh, she got it. Oh, she's so cute. Oh. Now,
Oh, little baby, look at her ears.
did you mention this before that she has a bit of a defect which makes her unable to go into the wild, correct?
Right. Her back.
Oh.
Her back legs don't work very well. She has a dislocated, and so many of our friends have gone through this. My father, Matt Peterson, a good friend of mine, we just went and saw. I got to talk to you about that show, by the way, the other night.
Okay.
But he just dislocated his knee during a simple game of drunken basketball,
Oh,
and
my
it
goodness.
works out to where we have the technology, but doing that technology on something of this size is a lot for a critter. And so what we can do is love them for their 18 to 24 month life expectancy, and she is nothing but fun for Christina, Connor, and myself. So
Now, is that
we're very lucky.
That's not the life expectancy of a healthy possum. Just
it is.
1 to 2 years.
That's it. No, yeah, like 18 to
Oh,
to
wow.
30 months, like 1.5 to 2.5 is everything that I can gather. And I know they're as big as others, like small cats and those things, because when they get full size, they're pretty big.
That's crazy.
But she is a wonderful little addition. And so what happened with her is, she can't really get around. So we're building her a little something with wheels, and we can strap it and go right over her back legs
No
here.
kidding.
And she can pull herself around the room. But in the meantime, can you hear him?
Yeah.
Say something, Julie. She does a good job.
No, that's so cool.
She's
It's so
wonderful.
wild that
She goes
I
with
really
me.
had no idea that
Was there? I didn't know
there was
either.
lifespan.
Right.
That seems so short.
Well, we do a Monday at the Children's Museum here in Jensen Beach. There's a summer camp, and the kids every Monday I take McNibbles here, or I take any of the possums that we're fostering at the time as they're getting ready to go back and then go back out into the wild. But Nibbles is obviously an awesome exception because of her handicap. So
Right,
she's going to
right.
serve a lot of people in education and all sorts of fun things. And I know there's lots of fostering opportunities if anybody's interested out there. Anybody hearing this, because we've had friends all the way out to California. One of my mother's friends got in touch and saw the post that we've been doing, and she was interested in giving a little back to the small critter animal community. People tell me it's like, saving mosquitoes or something because there's so many, but we just get desensitized to it, kind of like the live podcast music thing. Something
yep.
that we should be a little more, if we have time, a little more grateful for. And
Sure.
if we have time, I'm trying to give that back to a little critter that, in my opinion, is completely worth it. She's the only marsupial in North America.
Yes.
And I love
Yes.
her so much.
Aw.
Yeah.
Drewley McNibbles.
There she goes, everybody.
That deserves an applause.
Hey, Julie.
Give it up for Drewley. So fun. Oh, man.
Thank you for that. Treasure Coast Wildlife Hospital. They do a lot for the animals in this area.
Yes, absolutely.
And,
Check them out.
by the way, Treasure Coast Entertainment represents their open houses and a bunch of other shows, and we've been doing stuff with them for years, but obviously this COVID break has been more than any of us were interested in, but it is a nonprofit organization. So when we do one, it's going to be fun and it's going to be safe, and we're going to talk about it on this here show.
Awesome. I love it. I can't wait. We have a brand new segment on the show here that we just introduced last week on our 21st episode birthday party. That if you guys tuned in and saw that, I apologize.
You should have seen what happened after.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, the things that go on behind the scenes here, you guys, it's almost better than what we give to you here on the show. But here nor there, we did unveil a brand new segment here on the show. Jordan Taylor brings us the latest in music news, music history, celebrity gossip, and current events in her very own segment on the JNC podcast. So sit back and prepare to contemplate what you're about to find inside the Jordy Files.
So official.
So official.
I feel so cool.
All right, Jordan, take it away.
Okay, so we're going to start with the musical birthdays. So
Yay.
today is June 17th, and our oldest birthday is Barry Manilow,
Wow.
and he was born in 1946. He is 74 years ripe. And and then our next is Greg Rowley. How did we say I was supposed to say? Rowley? I don't know. He is an American singer and keyboardist. Can anyone guess what group or groups he was part of?
No, I don't want to make a horrible guess, but I'm.
He
is it a
is
rock
old.
band?
He is old. He was born in 1947, so he's 73 years old. So they're slightly older groups.
Like Rush or something, or older than that?
Probably older than that.
Older.
Yeah. Oh.
Wait, what year was Rush? That was like the 80s, right? Early
70s,
80s?
Yeah, 70s, 80s, yeah.
Around that time.
No, I have
Maybe
no
a
guess.
little older.
Little older. Herman and the Hermits.
How did you know?
Did I get it?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, he was in Santana and Journey.
Wow.
Nice.
Yes.
I
Playing
thought Journey
keyboard.
was 80s. Am I wrong?
No, Journey was 70s.
There it is.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And then I don't know when Santana was. I feel like they're from like 1900
They were-
to today. I don't know.
Yeah, they were from like
Yeah.
the 60s on up. Yeah.
Okay. And then this one, another trivia birthday, Ricardo Rickrot. Does anyone know who Ricardo Rickrot is?
Did you say Rick Rot?
Rikrot.
Wow.
Rickrot.
Rick Rot.
Rickrot.
I don't know.
You
I
got
don't
me
know.
stumped. Beat.
He was born in 1972, and he is 48. And he had the #1 single with Shaggy, "It Wasn't Me."
That was his,
What?
Yeah.
his genius on the keys.
I guess. Yeah.
All right.
So
Wasn't that a cover song?
Rick Rott.
I don't know. Ricardo Rickrot. What a fun name, huh?
I thought that was he wasn't the person singing
I don't know.
on that
no,
track.
that was Shaggy, but it was.
Yeah, no. What was? I thought Ravon was the singer.
I don't know. Don't fact check
On
me. Just let me live my life here.
I'm gonna let you,
fact checking.
I'm gonna let you live your life.
The internet said it, so it must be true. And unless that's like his actual name and the other name is his,
It could very well be.
because it all kind of sounds the same. Anyway. And then the last birthday we have is Kendrick Lamar. And he was born in 1987. He is 33 today.
He's such a little baby.
He is a
such
baby.
little baby.
He's an old man. No, I'm just kidding.
We're calling 33-year-olds babies. That's
Yeah, that's sad.
awesome.
Sadly
God,
awesome.
Isn't that the worst?
And then we have on this day in music history. In 1972, Don McLean had his first UK #1 single with Vincent. The song was written about the 19th century artist Vincent van Gogh.
Yeah.
The song is played daily at the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam.
You know, and
It would
honestly,
be.
if you want to
It's kinda
hear
cool.
a great cover of that song, my very favorite band of all time called No Effects. It's a punk rock
Oh,
band out of
okay.
Southern
Yeah.
California, but they remade that song on a Fat Records comp years ago, and it's The same song,
Oh.
but it is the best version I've
No
ever
kidding.
heard. Yeah, no
I don't think I've ever heard it.
It's
The
beautiful.
song in general.
It's
Yeah.
a starry, starry night. Patriots on an empty hall.
Oh no, I don't know.
You might.
I'm gonna have
we'll
to
check it out later.
Yeah, we're gonna
it's a heck
after.
of a song. It's a
We'll have
good
to pull it
song.
up.
Love it.
I can't play too much of it because then Facebook has a conniption, but maybe I'll cue it up and
Hey,
give you a little something.
do the punk rock.
Don
version.
McLean,
Do
in
the
case
punk rock
some
version.
of you out there have been
Oh, yes.
living under a rock for 100 years, his biggest claim to
He
fame.
had that American pie.
Yeah,
That's
he
it.
did.
That's the guy. And I even saw him in interviews talking about how disgusted it was for him to play that song after years of playing it at least a couple times a day.
Oh, we've had that
hearing it.
discussion a million times.
Oh my!
It is
jeez.
even annoying to listen to after many times. Like
I
now,
can
when I hear
relate.
that song, I'm like, oh god.
I respect its
6 minutes of my
accomplishments.
life.
All right,
Yeah.
gone.
But it is a good song. And then we have in 1973, Dolly Parton recorded I Will Always Love You in RCA Studio B in Nashville, written for her one-time partner and mentor, Porter Wagner.
Wow.
And then it says the song was later worldwide hit for Whitney Houston, obviously.
It was.
Yes. And
Wow.
then,
That was today?
yeah,
That was
in
today.
1973. Wow. So like 30 years ago.
That's factoring in. That's
I would
factoring
love
in
to
leap
think
years.
that.
I feel that way. 90s baby. So, and then this is a little Florida one, which I thought was just kind of funny. In 1987, Florida real estate agent Victoria Holman sued Motley Crue and their concert promoter for hearing loss allegedly incurred at a concert in December 1985. Holman and her daughter had front row seats less than 10 feet from the speakers. The case was settled out of court with the band's insurance company paying Holman over $30,000.
30 grand. Ooh,
I know.
big score.
I know. I mean, you can't get your hearing back, but you got 30 grand.
And it
so.
could have been solved with if I had front row seats to a Motley Crue show.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
I
what
might
did
buy
you?
some earplugs.
Yeah, what did you
I
think was
might
going to happen?
Buy some earplugs.
Yeah.
There's some bands, like really loud bands that I know, or local bands that are up in Orlando, and they actually had branded earplugs that they would toss out to the audience
Yeah.
for free.
Awesome.
You know, it's kind of like I
It's
do for koozies.
It's like a "Don't Sue Me" kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Here you
Here's
go.
a gift.
but it's,
Don't
you know,
sue me.
they come in the little case and they have the brand on their, you know, their band name
Perfect.
on the case, and you know,
Keep them forever.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
it's pretty slick.
And Motley Crue is so quiet, so I can't even imagine that.
I know.
They're
that
like
would
a
happen.
soft rock
Band.
band.
Yeah. Like classical rock.
Yes, classical rock.
Classical rock.
I never did get to see the Crew, but I grew up on the Crew. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, they're still around. You may
Yeah.
get a chance here.
Did you see their movie on Netflix?
Yeah, I did.
That was pretty good.
That was
I
pretty
forget what it was called.
amazing.
Was it called Dirt or
Dirt? That's
was
it.
it called Dirt?
Yeah,
okay.
it was Dirt. Netflix.
Yeah, good movie. Check it out. So, and then my last fact about On This Day in Music History. In 2011, this is a good one. A computer hacker who stole songs from Lady Gaga, Justin Timberlake, Leona Lewis, Kesha, and Mariah Carey during 2009 and 2010 was sentenced to 18 months detention in Germany. A court heard how the teenager who called himself DJ Stolen earned more than 15,000 euros, which is like approximately 18 or 19 grand, by breaking copyright laws and hacking personal information from a number of singers. The 18-year-old used software to steal unpublished songs and then offered them for sale on the internet. Anti-piracy terms in the UK and Germany noticed a growing number of pre-release tracks being leaked much earlier than normal. And then this is the best part of the story. The teen was also ordered to have therapy for an addiction to the internet.
That's because, like, you know,
They should be prescribing that these days.
when
Yeah.
you
To me, like to everybody, we all need a little detox from the.
no kidding. Yeah, it's kind of funny though. Until people started like hitting me up in different ways, like a messenger and things like that, saying, "Oh, I don't have phone service." I had no idea that there was a problem. I never answer phone calls. People don't text me. They'll send me an email or they'll hit me up on Messenger. So I had no idea what was going on in the world yesterday. But back to your story, that when you started off, I was under the impression that it was going to be like a Napster kind of thing. But he went a step further. He was hacking their computers to get unreleased material. Like that was
pretty
Yeah,
high.
yikes.
I feel like the punishment fit the crime at that point.
Yeah, stealing
You know?
before the artist intended on even having it available to the public. That is.
Yeah, that's
the level.
wild.
That's where I would be offended.
Do you love that he called himself DJ Stolen?
I think it's brilliant. I hope that when he has his time served, that he comes out and he continues to rock that moniker.
I really hope he got that addiction to the
Yeah, he
internet
wouldn't
under
need
wrap
it.
too.
He wouldn't even need to steal anymore, but his name obviously carries some clout these days.
For
Yeah.
sure, if we're talking about it here on JNC.
Exactly.
Gotta be true. And then finally, for Dirt of the Day. So I have a few things here. Okay, so apparently an online petition is asking the Tennessee governor and legislators to erect statues of the trailblazing singer-songwriter Dolly Parton, she's popular today, in place of Confederate soldiers. They've gathered more than 14,000 signatures, and there is enthusiastic backing of patron scholars to have this statue made of Dolly.
Now, I have a question. Is it going to be a full-length statue?
It's gotta be
or
a
just
head.
or just the bust?
Yeah. Because I mean,
Oh, I don't know if they have enough supplies for the bus.
That's a heck of a statue.
Yeah, it might be a little top heavy.
I agree that there should be many statues of Dolly Parton.
I know,
but
she's
I'm
got
also-
Dollywood. She's running Tennessee.
I'm
so.
a history
For sure.
nerd. I'm a history nerd. I love the history of this great land. I really do.
Yeah.
And I know that there were many different ethics and morals in the past, but I hope there ends up. I hope from that. I hope there ends up as many Dolly Parton statues as there are every other
Yep.
piece of significant history, because it's all what makes us beautiful.
Love it. Yeah, she should be there too. Why not?
Why not?
There's
For
enough
sure.
space.
A Willie Nelson here.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash here.
Yeah.
Do you know,
Waylon Jennings here.
Everyone-
Somebody
everywhere.
was telling me, and I'm not sure if it was in Las Vegas or where, or maybe it's in like, there's a Willie Nelson museum
Nice.
that is loaded with like not just memorabilia, but like one particular thing, and I think this is how I heard the story, was his like gig carpet. You know, like many of us musicians, like
Yeah.
we have a carpet and we lay it out. And let me tell you what, with all the things that I have set up, my carpet is, I set my gear up based on the wearing
The marks,
on the carpet. So I could set all my stuff up in 15 minutes flat based on how the carpet is worn. So, you know, when I have to switch it up and get a new carpet,
No,
it's like starting over again.
Exactly. It
So
takes
there
you-
is a carpet in this Willie Nelson museum, and we'll have to look it up and find out where it's at. But you could just see where all of his things sat on this carpet over the years that he used it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that just a little tidbit there for
That is a worn carpet.
yeah, well, you should see the one in my van right now.
Holes
It's
from the
crazy.
stool.
I did. I just
It's
bought a
crazy.
new one. I bought a new one, and there's a huge, not what I'm used to seeing on this beautiful new carpet. It's
Yep.
just, it's like starting over.
It's
and you
wild.
get to make some changes, which is nice, because
You
you
know,
always
it-
think,
I
but
just-
they don't fit the carpet.
The thing with me is, if anybody out there is interested in buying me a carpet,
Make sure it has the fanciest design that's symmetrical possible.
you hit it on the head. It has to be lots of points, like lots of places, and it has to be symmetrical across the carpet. So one side has to be exact, because I want to lay it out, and if I lay it out one way or lay it out the other way, it's got to be the same. Because I don't have time to be like, oh, this is the top of the carpet. No.
None of that.
None of that.
No.
None of that. All right, carry on, Jordan.
Next point. So this was a couple days ago, but I feel like it's important to touch on. It's kind of sad. The daughter of country music star Hank Williams Jr., Catherine Williams Dunning, and her husband Tyler Dunning died in a car crash on Saturday, June 13th. She was 27 and her husband was 29. It said that Catherine was driving a 2007 Chevy Tahoe while towing a boat on Saturday night in Henry County, Tennessee. Tennessee got a lot going on these days.
It does.
They were traveling south and crossed the dividing highway or median on the highway and began a rollover sequence. And then, they ended up, I guess, on the shoulder of the road. The couple got married back in October 2015 and had 2 children, a 5-year-old son, Bo, and a 2-year-old daughter, Audrey. Catherine was the second youngest of Hank's 5 children.
Unbelievable. I'm assuming that the children weren't in the car then, probably.
I don't think so. It didn't say anything about them. I think it was just the two of them. Yeah.
That's rough, man.
Yeah.
That's rough.
So that is a sad one. And then
That's
in
sad.
local news, a huge crack formed in the south end of the Roosevelt Bridge in Stewart. This morning, shutting down one side of the major bridge highway, divided highway, and then I guess now the whole entire thing is closed till further notice. So if you're going from Stewart to anywhere north,
You're out of gas.
you got to go the long way.
Fill up your tank.
Yes, make sure you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere.
Yeah, they were.
Sorry.
I think the Coast Guard was advising boats
to not to go through.
To not go through because there was falling concrete. That's
the
wild,
crack
man.
was massive. There was like a huge section missing, and then a huge crack like all the way up the side, along the bottom. Who knows?
Wild. Yeah. So be careful.
Hot mess.
Going around the Jensen Beach to Stewart area because you're gonna have a hard time.
You're not gonna make it.
Even Jeff had a hard time getting here tonight.
did,
Just
I
going
really did.
around there.
I'm going back, Stewart. I'm taking 95 or Turnpike to drop off a car battery that I was going to take back to the dealership today, but it was just over the bridge, so I couldn't do it. It was like if I had a rowboat, I would have been able to get there on time, but I don't.
Way quicker.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So crazy. And then just a little bit of fun news. Apparently, American Airlines and Delta Airlines have suspended the service of liquor to those traveling domestically in coach.
Inappropriate. Inappropriate.
This is my favorite. Their reasoning is my favorite.
Yeah.
It said to minimize interaction between crews and passengers and to ensure a safer journey for all. But, the soda pop and the fucking pretzels and, that kind of contact, fine.
No big deal. No big
But,
deal.
the alcohol, just, there's too much contact
think
and
that's
people can't control themselves.
It's a statement of general unrest between the economy class flight members of this community.
Yeah, that too.
I agree.
We get pissed when we have a couple shots. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
I
Let's
guess.
have a shot.
Yeah, I think it's time for another pickleback shot.
That
What do you
means
think?
picklebacks all around. And then I think it said, though, that's just domestically. So if you're going internationally, I think
You can still have some
you can
shots.
still have alcohol. So congratulations. If you're spending $1,000 on your flight, you're good to go.
Well, what I think that
So-
means is Florida needs to secede from the union so that anytime we go out of
Oh,
state,
we're international.
it's
Well,
international flight.
Yeah.
We'll all have international state lines in order to make it
There we
liquor
go.
flights.
Nice.
I love it.
And then last, this is a special one for Bradley.
Oh.
Mr. The Man, the Myth, the Legend, Garth Brooks has a new song out that is all about unity, and it is called We Belong to Each Other. And I got to listen to a little bit of it today, and it's cute, and we'll have to listen to it later because we can't listen to it now. But so he has a new song out, and
Did it just drop today?
I don't know if it was today. I'm assuming the last day or two, probably. I don't know.
I read
So sorry.
briefly just a comment here on Facebook before the show started here saying somebody was asking why do people have signs that say F you Garth Brooks?
Oh,
So,
I guess that's why.
I'm,
Because he made a song about bringing people together, and nobody wants to be doing
That's
that. I guess.
offensive.
Clearly.
That is straight up offensive.
I will have to listen to it and maybe we'll have to talk about it on next
Yeah,
week's
because
show.
I didn't get to. I just got a little clip of it.
Did you listen to all the words? Maybe that had something to do
Yeah,
with
and
it.
I didn't. I
don't
just
know.
got to hear like a brief little clippet of it.
I feel like
but
back in the 90s
I
he had
didn't-
a kind of a coming together song called We Shall Be Free.
Hey, that's a great song.
And it is
Oh.
a great song.
Yeah.
And
Wow, I can't believe people said "F you, Garth Brooks" to it.
It might have been. It
too.
might have been as sarcastic.
Nothing
Nothing
surprises me.
That's true.
These
The
days.
bridge is collapsing.
I mean,
Let's just make that
yeah.
happen.
I mean, we have reached the next level.
That was the next square on our What's Up 2020 bingo sheet.
Yep.
That's what that was.
We almost have bingo.
That was it.
Unbelievable.
And then I just found a fun thing when I was, browsing, and they had this article about how much you need to earn to be rich in your state. So obviously I scrolled through all 50 states to find Florida, and just a little, so you know where you stand, you rank on your income. The average annual household income of the top 5% is $376,014.
$14. That's
I mean,
that's a massive.
I know. Puts you right.
Specific.
That's the sweet spot.
I missed it by about $12.
Yeah, right. Dang it.
Damn it.
And then it said the minimum you need to make to be in the top 5% is $205,000. $205,967.
In order to do what now?
To be in the top 5% of the
the
state
top
for
5.
to be
Okay.
rich in your state.
Yeah.
And then it said the average annual household income of the top 1% is $1,543. Or wait, shit, I'm really bad at reading these. $1,543,124.
That's like
over $1.5 million. We'll
over
just say that.
$150,000 a month.
And then it said the minimum you need to be in the top 1% is $417,587. So if you ain't making over 400 grand a year, you ain't rich in this state.
Hey,
basically.
I'm coming out with a special next week calling How to Be Rich in Your Soul. And we're going to talk about some of the things you can accomplish in order to have a little bit of self-acceptance
yes.
and be grateful for the people that we are.
And I will come back with a segment on how to be rich in your cholesterol.
Hey!
All the bacon,
And we're going to cook with bacon and butter, baby.
bacon wrapped cereal.
And we're going to definitely put sugar on our Frosted Flakes. Give it up for Jordan
That's it. Thanks, folks.
Jordan,
from the
knocked it
Jordy
out.
Files.
That was awesome.
Nice. Well done.
Very good.
Well, as promised, you guys, we are featuring some of our favorite local music videos, and not just live videos from a show, but like local produced music videos here.
Awesome.
So the first one that I'm going to share with you guys tonight is from a very good friend. He was a guest on our show. He used to be local here. Now he's out in Arizona doing his thing.
Moving to New York soon. If the
Indeed.
universe allows.
Indeed. I am so stoked for this guy. He's been working on great music. We've actually featured a few of his videos here recently on the show. This is Deal James, and this is kind of a throwback to his 2017 release. His album, The Afterglow. This video was filmed and directed by Joshua Turner Goldstein, and this is my favorite song on that record, and the whole record's great, but this is my favorite tune on it.
It really is.
This is Cause and Effect. Enjoy.
Nice.
Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Living color and a moving line. Past the border, you will find tender motives and a heart of gold. Where's the time gone? Until she asked me again, was there ever a plan for your heart and energy? There's a cause and effect for the ones we infect with our love and our dreams. Make your move to draw her near. Not too close, I'm the cancer deer. I'm waiting for the sky to fall before I commit. And then she asked me again, was there ever a plan for your heart and energy? There's a cause and effect for the ones we infect with our love and our dreams. color in a moving line past the border. You will find tender motives and a heart of gold. Where's the time gone? Until she asked me again, was there ever a plan for your art and energy? There's a cause and effect for the ones we infect with our love and our dreams. Whoa, oh, 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 no, no, no. Whoa, oh, 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 ooh. Whoa, oh, 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 no, 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 no. Whoa, oh, 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 ooh. Ask me again, was there ever a plan for your art and energy? There's a cause and effect for the ones we infect with our love and our dreams.
Nice.
Miss your deal.
Yeah, Deal James, you guys. Cause and Effect, The Afterglow, available on Spotify, iTunes, you name it. Go and support that guy. He's a local legend here. He's out in Arizona now. Don't think for a second that when I find out that he's making a pit stop here in Florida, I'm going to snatch him up
And
for an
not
hour.
telling nobody about it.
That's how we just did it with Ryan Owens.
Yep.
And we just did it with
Yep,
everybody. Everybody that comes through.
Well, I tell you what, I'm not going to let him slide through the cracks anymore. I'm going to steal him
Ryan
away.
slid by tonight. He was going to be here this week, but we're going to do a satellite view. I hope you're safely back up in New York. right now,
Absolutely.
my
We
brother.
love you, Ryan. We'll definitely get you on the show, my friend. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, man. Yeah, so we are, as we are broadcasting, we are quite a bit ahead of you guys seeing what you're seeing. We appreciate you tuning in, by the way, even though there's been some intermittency. But we are reading the comments, so even when you guys are commenting, and we will definitely circle back and make sure that we're talking to you.
Yeah.
In the meantime, would you guys like to play a little game?
That sounds exciting. I mean,
Ooh, scary.
It's one of my favorite games because basically everybody's terrible.
Wow. And I mean, your really cool beer that you have sponsored through it is pretty. No, not that one.
Oh.
oops. What
Wow.
beer? Not Hop
Amber
Life?
Brock.
Oh, yes. Amber Brock.
My
That's
God.
right.
If you look closely at that bottle, you'll see that I superimposed the Hop Life on there.
Did you?
Did you?
I didn't see it.
Wow, that's
Yep.
extra.
I'm just saying Hop Life. I wouldn't be mad if I saw a Amber Brock.
Appear on the door.
a Hop Life
seasonal
Amber Brock.
brew. We
Yes.
could pull that off. That's not
Yep.
that big. But.
And
Oh, God.
or a Brocktoberfest. I wouldn't be mad at that either.
Man, my name doesn't rhyme with anything. You got a good one there. It's like a couple beer options.
Yeah. A couple of them.
A Fereshetian.
There you go.
No, there's nothing there. That's nothing.
Well, you guys, we're going to do a little game that I like to call Name That Tune. Tonight's theme is famous duos. So I hope you guys are now swirling in your minds famous duos while we get ready for this week's edition of
Name That Tune. Brought to you by Amber Brock Lager. Delicious taste, smooth finish. And now, Amber Brock presents Name That Tune.
Yeah. Hitting the wrong button there. All right, you guys. We're playing Name That Tune. Since you guys are like light years behind us here watching the show tonight, we're going to get to play here in the studio, and by the time you guys hear it, it'll be long gone.
We'll
so.
be 10 minutes past it, apparently.
It'll
with
be
the
tomorrow
lag.
morning.
It'll be tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So here we go. Are you guys ready for your first clue?
Give it up.
Yep.
Let's
All right.
give it a whirl.
First clue, famous duos. Here we go. Let me turn the volume up. Just a little bit. Here we go. Pretty easy first clue,
Oh,
right?
that's an easy one.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like, well, I guess that would have been a duet. I was thinking the category was more like,
No, like famous
Yeah,
duos, like duo
That's
groups.
a duo. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
they got that duo on time. That was Chevy Chase and Paul Simon. That was very nice.
very nice.
Liar.
Ow, you got me.
liar. Call him Al.
Ow. But I play that song literally all the time. I love Simon and Garfunkel. They're
I
some
love
of my
them.
favorite
Love them.
artists.
Jordan, what's the name of the song?
Miss Robinson.
Hey.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
Joint effort.
Very nice. Well done. Well done. Yeah, it's a mainstay in my set for sure.
Gotta love it.
You know, if you're talking about famous duos, those are the guys.
And any type of crowd can relate to singing every word of that song. It
Oh,
doesn't
sure.
matter if it's rock or country or classic.
Now, I do have a little trivia question for you. Can
Yeah.
you tell me the name of the movie that was a soundtrack for?
Mrs. Robinson, of course.
Oh, no.
Or no, The Graduate.
The Graduate.
Oh my God!
That's it.
Yeah!
Woo!
Ding, ding, ding!
It was here, but it wasn't here. You got that.
With Dustin
Well
Hoffman.
done with
That's
Dustin
it.
Hoffman. Man, girl, I'm proud of you.
I saw it one time.
That's all right.
And who was the
One
who
time
was
is
Miss,
enough.
Who was Miss Robinson?
Oh, the beautiful redhead lady. Or
Yeah, dark. Yeah,
was
dark.
her-
like-
Yeah,
dark.
I don't
Red-
know who the actress was.
Crap, what was her name? I feel like she was someone famous.
Mm-mm.
She was probably someone important.
didn't she rep
Probably.
the sunglasses later in life? What was her name?
I'm gonna
She's Googling it.
Oh, you're Googling.
I'm fact check.
Okay, you guys ready for
Sophia
your...
Loren. Was it Sophia Loren?
I don't know. That's who I was kind of thinking too, but I don't think it's
Maybe.
her.
I was leaning. No, that doesn't sound right now that I said it out loud.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Are you guys ready for your second clue?
Anne Bancroft.
No, I wouldn't have gotten
I
that.
would never
Never would've gotten
that.
that.
Too. Anyway,
All right.
moving on.
Okay,
We've
all right.
embarrassed ourselves
Second
now.
clue here.
Go
Famous duos. Name that tune.
What I want, you got, and it might be hard to handle.
Yeah, I have to attribute the knowledge of this to me from my stepmother.
All right.
Yeah.
Carry on.
I don't want to call it out. Jordan, you want to
You-
give it a stab?
I don't really remember the artist, but I know. I think I know the name of the song.
What do you think? I think I got it, so I don't want to.
Oh, I just know it's like "Dreams Come True," right? Is that the name of the
You're
song?
making my dreams come true. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, but I don't.
Hall and Oates.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Well done.
Excellent work.
Well played, sir. Yeah, this is a good one
Thank
tonight.
God
This
Jeff
a
is
good
on
one.
my team.
All right.
2 to
Or
1.
I'm on
Brad.
his team.
Next clue. Next clue. Here we go. Name that tune.
Aw. I was hoping for "Ain't No Mountain High Enough."
I didn't get any. I didn't catch it.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
All right.
I'm kind of a nerd.
It's
so-
okay. I'll play it one more time for you.
Oh wait.
Famous duos.
If not, I got this one for us. You saved us the last 2 rounds, so I got that.
Oh, I got it. I got it. Is this wait? Is this from Groundhog Day?
Yes.
Okay.
Whoop whoop.
I'm a big Bill Murray.
I love
fan,
that you remember it from Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
That's one of
Awesome.
the best.
What is it?
Go ahead. I did the last one.
Oh, I've Got You, Babe by Sonny and Cher.
Yay.
Well done. Okay.
That's awesome.
Next clue.
Oh,
Name that tune.
1, 2, 3,
I got that.
yep.
Yeah.
You good?
Yes.
All right. Gotta say Outcast on that one. ATL.
That's right.
Oh,
Famous
yeah.
duo.
Hey, ya.
Hey, yeah. Well done.
Whoop whoop. We slayed
Now, this
that
one is
tonight.
a little bit.
Oh, there's another.
This one's a little bit more obscure.
Oh, we're good.
I don't think you're gonna get it.
Oh, okay. Well.
I'm just saying. Here we go. Last clue.
But do we get a vocal sample?
No.
One little clip.
No.
Is it? Give it to me one more time, please.
Yeah.
I will give you a hint.
Okay.
It is a duo of girls. They're two girls.
All right.
Oh.
Girls is actually in the name of their group.
Spice Girls.
So it's a massive song in the 90s.
That's about as good as
Massive
that.
song in the 90s.
Oh my jeez. Other than that, I can't think. Now it's in my brain. Spice Girls.
Yeah, I know,
90s.
right?
Now,
Two girls
Lost
in
Girls
the
is in the
90s
name?
with girls in the name. The Girls.
Yes.
Good girls,
And there's
bad
one
girls.
more word in there.
The Spice Girls.
Nailed it.
It's a color.
The Yellow Girls.
That
The
sounds-
Orange Girls.
All girls matter.
The Pink Girls.
Because- I'm just. Nope.
The Blue Girls.
It's
God,
a
you're
color?
so close.
The Black Girls.
No.
The red girls.
You were closer with blue.
The
Purple, red, green.
What's another blue color? It's
Velvet,
The-
violet,
Turquoise Girls.
pink.
The Navy Girls. The Indigo Girls.
Oh,
Yes.
that's it. You got that.
And give me the song.
I would not have known
It's their.
that.
It's one of their biggest hits.
I have no idea who they are. So.
A hint is that the Little Things perform it constantly.
I remember
Oh.
them singing these
They perform it
songs,
regularly at their shows.
but I don't know them by song. I'm at a loss. I wish I did know it better. I thought I was somewhat of an Indigo fan, but
It's
I guess
okay. You can't look it up.
Oh, I was checking my messages
No phones
on my
allowed.
internet about the Indigo Girls.
Close to Fine. Close to Fine
Ow.
is the name of that
Oh.
tune there. I'll take that point.
All
Thank
right,
you, Brad.
You got one.
This has been Name That Tune. Thanks for playing along.
Wow,
You guys did pretty good.
that was good.
You guys did pretty good.
4-1, 3-1. What was
Yeah,
it?
3-1 or 4-1.
I mean, I have the answers in front of me, so here
Yeah,
I am
he
living
ma-
my best life.
yeah,
But
he
you
made-
earn it. If we don't get it, that's you.
Yeah.
You got to stump us.
It's true. It's true. Oh, man. Well, you guys, let's see. Oh, it's so funny. It's really interesting to see all the comments coming up from like ages ago. However far our delay is.
Talking about Pineapple Fest up there.
Probably. No, I think they're talking about.
Hi, Camille.
They are talking particularly about.
All the Tennessee news.
Yep, and they're talking
There's a
about like American Pie and all those things. So that's okay. You guys are catching up, and we
That's
love
where
that you're
we're
here
at.
with us tonight. We are going to get down on some midweek motivation, but before we do that, we've literally been sitting on these shots for a minute here. Did you forget that you poured them? Because I forgot that you poured them.
Oh,
there,
yeah, the
Jordan.
shots.
I mean,
I
they
did
were
forget.
from the whole, when-
Yeah.
I don't even remember when we were going to take them, but
Here we are, though. Oh, are you looking at to see where we are? How far back it is?
Yeah, let's check this out.
I can tell by the comments how far back it is. It's still back in Jordy Files. All right, you guys.
All right.
Well, here we are. Here's to all of you out there. This is our pickleback shot.
Boop, boop.
So get your JMO and your pickle juice ready. Cheers to you guys. Thanks for being here tonight. Salud.
Salud.
It's so good.
Woo.
It's so it's so savory.
I see why people like it so much.
Yeah. I always
Oh.
forget about it.
It takes a little recovery
I
time
know.
after a straight JMO shot. I mean, not long, but much more than if you have a
Yeah.
pickleback.
Yeah. I learned about picklebacks. I worked at this bar in Castleberry, Florida, just outside of Orlando, many years ago. And I was first introduced because somebody bought me a tequila shot. And I took the tequila shot and was like, "Ugh," and made a huge, disgusting face or whatever. And they were like, "Oh, you should try a pickleback. It takes the burn right out of the shot." And then I was like, "Okay, let's do a pickleback." And so we did it. And I was like, This is amazing.
And it rhymes with Nickelback, so you got a twofer there.
So you got to
That's a
listen to
bonus.
Nickelback.
Wah, 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 wah.
And why are they like the most like hated group ever? Have you ever
I
noticed
don't-
that? Like
I
people
don't
are like,
hate them,
I
but-
hate Nickel. Like everyone's like, oh,
I've
Nickelback.
seen- yeah.
Oh,
It seems like the same mob mentality that happens a lot in these days. But
Yeah, like-
Nickelback was one of the first. I put it on social media. I really do.
Yeah?
I think it was just kind of trendy to think they suck, even though everybody's
Yeah.
still listening.
But
to
I was
them.
like, he had like a great like unique voice, kind of. I feel
Yeah, he
like
did
I thought
his
he had
thing.
like a
I-
nice little like raspy
I don't know, man.
I don't think he
voice.
minds. He's laughing all the way
Chad
to the bank.
Kroger.
All the way to the bank.
Yeah, Chad's doing all right. So
Yeah.
I mean, I feel you.
But I just feel like everyone was like,
Oh, there we go.
Nickelback.
Look at this 5 minutes ago. Dig in on my face. I love that song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Danny. If you're still hearing me, I know that was a little ways back.
Yep. No.
Good comment. I agree.
It's a great song, man. I love Dig In is really good too. Cause and Effect was
Awesome.
just, it hit me in a way, like I almost want to start covering it at my shows.
Well,
Yeah,
it's worth
that's how
it.
much
And
I love it.
love finding a local song that we can cover at our shows, but I'm 100% looking forward to that trio coming up. If the world reassembles and transforms back into a place where we can travel up and down the East Coast, between Xander, Ryan, and Deal.
I think it would be cool just based on where they all are, because isn't the one guy's in New York, right? And
New
then
York,
and then
Arizona,
Arizona and Florida. So they should have like a whole postal service thing going on,
Well,
and
they-
just like send pieces to each other and make it through the mail.
It's like it's almost a reunion between old band members, the way that they work. But I agree.
Yeah.
So what would the name of the band be if it was postal related?
Trifecta states. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. The
Time
U.S. triangle.
The
It's like the Bermuda Triangle, but in
That's
the
it.
U.S.
I think
No, I'm just
Martin
kidding, I don't
County
know.
is the third corner of the Bermuda Triangle, though. That's kind of random, but I think
I feel like it's
all
true.
research points to that
Yeah.
being factual.
That would be funny.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I think it should
I can
be.
get behind that.
I think it should be called DHL.
Which means what?
Like the delivery service.
oh,
Exactly.
the delivery service.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and they just drive around and they each get a little yellow and red truck or van.
Tour vehicle.
Or something, or something like that.
Something. Oh, that would be fun.
Could be fun.
Anyway,
Oh, I'm glad we took those shots. So
are you?
I'm glad I'm not drinking like full on
Those are
scotch
fuzzy.
tonight.
Everyone, we need your names for the raffle. So please,
Yeah. What we're
for
gonna
the
do?
love of God, chime in.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna get our midweek motivation on, and then we're gonna draw. We're gonna do a raffle drawing because it's gonna be past y'all's bedtime by the time you see this. But you guys, each week, our friend and certified leadership coach Tony Espinosa brings us a motivating message to help us through the midweek. So grab your pens and paper. Here is your midweek motivation.
I love this guy.
Yeah.
Good morning, my friends. How are we doing today? I'm doing well. Life is good. I hope everybody's doing great. Reflection turns experience into insight. Experience is not the best teacher. Reflection of the experience is. I know a ton of people with vast and crazy amount of experience, but they're no better off today than they were, say, 15, 20, 30, 40 years ago. They're just mowing over the same routine. Reflect on your experiences. At the end of today, reflect on what you've done, what you've accomplished, who you've met, and start training your mind to bring reflection into a normal everyday routine. Have a great day. Good luck. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah. We love Tony Espinosa. Always a great message, and that's the truth, man. We've had that message before here, and reflection is important because it gives you the opportunity to take the time to go back over the experience that you've had and make a really balanced judgment on it.
I'm hoping in 6 months from now we all reflect and realize what we could have done differently and what we did correctly.
Yeah. 2 points that are
It's key.
incredibly valuable.
I know. I've made a lot of changes in my life after reflection. So, Tony, well done. Those are awesome points.
Indeed. Here's where Tony Espinosa.
Got it.
Finally.
There it is.
Oh boy.
Philip in the house.
Yeah, Philip. Yeah. So, you guys, here we are. You've joined up on the raffle. We know you're a little far behind, so maybe we'll do another one at the very end of the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, how many names do we have over there, Jordan?
5.
5? All right. So here we go.
We need a few more.
If
Is there 5?
You know what? I'm going to do a drawing right now.
Oh, okay.
You're drawing. Okay, so 1 through 5. Jeff,
Yes.
pick a number 1 through 5.
4. 4.
4.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, Jordan. Who is it?
Philip.
Oh,
Philip. Oh, I just called it right there.
Woo.
just called it. Philip,
Yeah.
you got it. We're going to reach out to you to get an address. And
He's leaving Tennessee Friday, and they'll be in Port St. Lucie for
What?
a week of fun in the sun.
Oh,
so
no postage
How about that?
necessary.
I know.
Yeah.
I was going to say we
Well,
can
Even
Phil,
better.
personally deliver.
if you come out to one of my shows during the time that you're here,
That's a deal.
Come out here, and you got a necklace coming to you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Philip tunes in regularly to anything that I stream, whether it's the podcast or any of the live streams that I would do during the shutdown, and coming out to real life shows anytime they're down. So thank you for everything. You're a gem. You won the raffle. Whoop, whoop.
Go.
And we'll reach out to you, and we'll make sure that you get your prize, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. Awesome.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. All right. I think we're going to feature another video here.
Who it is, B?
This next feature is our good friend, Stephen D. Hunt.
I love this guy.
Yep. And this video he recently posted on Facebook. And I watched it and it was like, this is a great tune.
He does
and
good
just
things.
and the thing and just what he does in his whole setup. You guys will get to see this in the video.
You might think there's
Yep.
5 people in this band, but there is
yeah,
not.
it's so great. The way that he works loops in with live sound is mind blowing.
Yeah.
It's really, really great. And his following is a testament to that.
Oh, definitely.
And his reputation precedes him. He is awesome, and this is a great video. This is an original song, by the way, so this is his own composition. You guys check out our good friend Stephen D. Hunt. This is
Boom.
Dancing in the Waves.
gonna tell us what to do. As with the dance on the way, you'll turn to me and say, never have I ever had a better day. Never had a better day. Always thought it could be this way. Never had a better day. I hope these days are here to stay. Never had a better day. Always thought it could be this way. Never had a better day. I hope these days are here to stay. Never had a better day. Always thought it could be this way. Never had a better day. These days are here to stay. Never had a better day. Always thought it could be this way. Never had a better day. I hope these days are here to stay. Never had a better day. Always thought it could be this way. Never had a better day. I hope these days are here to stay. Never had a better day. Always thought it could be this way. Never had a better day. I hope these days are here to stay.
Okay.
Yes!
right.
Steven D, hon.
Stephen Hunt.
Beast on the
I miss you,
keyboard.
bud.
Dude.
On the piano.
Look at you over
Yeah,
there.
I got a little McNibbles.
No, Stephen D is a beast, man.
Yeah.
That so crazy, dude.
Every year we do 4th of July and we do New Year's Eve with Hunt because as often as he plays at big fun casinos and big shows, and he's in a new band and they are recording tonight. I can't
Spider
remember the
Cherry.
name. That's the damn
Yep.
thing. I thought it was a type of recording. When he said that to me earlier, I was like, that sounds interesting. But
Yep,
it was,
no, Spider Cherry.
I didn't know. I have to check him out. I want to get to know him better because
Yeah, they've been around a long time. I guess recently their drummer bailed or something happened.
They got
and
lucky.
They
got lucky.
They really did.
Yeah.
He's great. Can't wait to have him on the show. You guys, I can't wait to present him to you here on the Jams and Cocktails podcast, which is super cool. Over there. Oh, she went back into her bed there.
Oh no,
Yeah,
she'll
I
stay
put her
right
in the
there.
bed.
She loves that. That's her little.
Oh yeah, she's so
Oh.
cute.
She got a blankie in there.
Did
She's
someone
got-
make this little bed for you?
That was from the Treasure Coast Wildlife
they gave
Hospital.
that to you?
Yeah,
So
they did a good
cute.
job.
It
People
does look-
donate things all the time.
It looks like they
She
made
just
it.
loves a little pet, but she'll stay right there. She's very
Oh
comfy.
yeah.
Awesome.
Oh,
awesome.
she's yawning.
Oh, all tuckered out. All
Yeah.
tuckered out. Well, you guys, I do have one more video to share with you guys tonight, and I saved the best for last. Not to take away from Deal or Steven, but this is a video from my very good friends in the Bloody Jug Band.
Nice.
Have you heard of them?
Yeah, no. That's the band. Don't they do a lot of festivals like the, not Pirate Fest, but there was something down south that had to do with seafood that I remember that name from.
I do believe that they played there. They've
yeah.
They've played at Terra Firmata before.
They did do the, I think, the Port Salerno
Maybe that was
Seafood
it.
Fest
Oh,
or
and
something
they
sure
one
did.
were
year.
part of that. Okay, maybe
Yeah.
that was it. I know their name.
They're
Stupid good.
yeah.
They're like,
for lack of better words, they're a Halloween band.
yeah, they're
right?
so strange and delightful.
The costumes are fun all the days of the year.
Yeah. So very, very good friends of mine from Orlando. Grew up, or through my time in Orlando, played in different bands with these guys, and they came together to create this Bloody Jug Band, and their videos are on some other shit.
Nice.
They are so creative and so disturbing on a
Two things I love.
On a PG level, I would say. What do you say, Jordan? Like,
Yeah.
it's PG. It's definitely not rated G, but it's PG. But it's a little. You'll see
It's
when
like
you.
folky.
Well, I'm talking about the video particularly.
I mean,
It's got a little Rob Zombie in there.
Yeah, leave it up to your imagination.
Yeah, that's true.
It could be innocent. It could be completely psychotic.
Now, what's
Who
so
knows?
fun is their big claim to fame currently is that they were featured as the band performing in Kesha's Timber video. If,
And Pitbull. Give Pitbull credit.
Pitbull wasn't there. Pitbull
Was he
wasn't there.
even
Whatever.
there?
Pitbull
I'm
was
not
in
sure.
Miami on the beach. He was nowhere in the vicinity. But Kesha, however, was there, and they were in like a little nightclub doing their line dances for Timber. And the Bloody Jug Band was the band on stage. You didn't get to hear them, but they were there, as the band
Nice.
performing, which was
In the little saloon that
In the little
she's
saloon.
in.
yeah. So that's very cool in its own right.
Definitely.
So you guys, our good friends in the Bloody Jug Band from Orlando, is, as I mentioned, for lack of better words, a Halloween band, drawing inspiration from historic jug bands of the 1920s and 30s, as well as the darker side of blues and rock and roll. The Bloody Jug Band carves its own niche in the genre of music that has never seen such a bloody incarnation. This video was directed by Stephen Shea of Abysmal Entertainment and was filmed by Chris McDaniel. So you guys, it's my pleasure to
I want to see this. I
to
want to
present
see
to
it.
you.
It's definitely an earworm. Like it's an
it's-
earworm song. It's really good.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to introduce to you guys A Beautiful Corpse by the Bloody Jug Band.
Boop.
Enjoy.
I knew you were the perfect choice from the first time you came around. So later on when I took your breath, I was hesitant to put you in the ground. Propped you up, put makeup on, put you in a pretty blue dress. Had to make sure you stood out from all the rest. Knew you'd make, knew you'd make. I knew you'd make a beautiful corpse. Knew you'd make, knew you'd make. I knew you'd make a beautiful corpse. I knew you'd make a beautiful corpse as I saw you sitting at the bar. Looked like you had tears in your eyes. Someone had pushed you a little too far. Walked up, said hello, asked if I could help. It's when I got a whiff of your perfume. Can't even tell you what I feel. Knew you'd make, knew you'd make. I knew you'd make a beautiful corpse. Knew you'd make, knew you'd make. I knew you'd make a beautiful corpse. An exquisite corpse.
house as I saw you strutting across that empty street. Smiling, waving, I called you sweet names, but you refused our eyes to meet. Oh, what beauty in your panic run. Oh, the fun has just begun. Hush now, baby, don't you cry. It's time for your final lullaby.
Oh, that's the Bloody Jug Band.
Whoop, whoop.
Gotta love that.
Holy moly.
That's an interesting perspective on post-mortem interest.
Everyone's got their thing.
Yes. Seriously, though, like the thought that went into that and just how morbid it actually
that
is.
was creative.
Like,
I really liked it.
It's really what their band embodies. It's like they have a song called A Boy Named Lucy. And it's a play off of A Boy Named Sue.
Yeah.
And it's about Lucifer, being called Lucy. And they're so clever and they're such good friends of ours. If you guys see the Bloody Jug Band coming around town or you have an opportunity to go see them, go see them.
And
it's really worth it.
They don't do that many shows, right?
They don't.
Like,
they don't.
And it's kind of spread out. Like, it's mainly Orlando or up. I don't know.
But they
north.
They were
north,
regularly making it down here to
once in a while.
Stewart once in a while to play at like places like Terra Firmata and places like that. But
so
man,
good.
They really are.
So good. Yeah.
Really good.
We saw some weird shit when we saw them that one time when we were in downtown Orlando.
Oh God,
when we went to the Tanqueray.
That's right.
Oh, the Tanqueray.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, we were there.
I mean, not to mention there's throw up in every corner. Every corner on the maze to the bathroom in the basement.
The Pukeray.
Yeah, the Pukeray.
Pukeray.
But we saw these women just like living their best life, and they were throwing down in there.
Yep.
It was so fun.
It's funny. I had just played a show just across town there.
Oh yeah, where did you play?
Oh, it was the Belle Isle Yacht Pub.
Yes, the Yacht Pub.
And my friends from England were in town. My friend Lucy and her husband Johnny were on their honeymoon here in Orlando.
Nice.
And Jordan and I had just been over in England for their wedding. So they were here. And so they came out to see my show, and then we decided to go downtown afterwards to see the Bloody Jug Band. And it was a great time.
So fun.
I'm pretty sure it was at my beer or whose beer fell and smashed all over the floor. It's so funny. She hit me up yesterday. They're living in Melbourne, Australia right now. And she sent me a message just to say hey and to remind me that 9 years ago, I was getting ready to join the Disney Dream, which is the boat that I met her on.
Oh, wow.
That's an awesome boat.
All right. Yeah.
It is an awesome boat.
I can't believe. Now, that was it's maiden cruise.
Oh,
like that
nice.
I was there
9 years, that's all it was? I feel like it was 20 years ago. See, I'm old. I have no perception of time.
Yeah, it's all one really long.
9 years. I can't see. I'm on the
Consciousness.
opposite end of that. I can't believe that it's been 9 years. Those were some of the best times of my life. And my hair was much, much darker back then.
Much fuller, too.
Okay.
You're doing
Moving right along.
You can't see it through the hat. You're doing what I'm doing.
Yeah. The thing is, you still have lovely brown locks all the way
Luscious
down.
locks under there.
I'm living the grays for days.
But we're equal with the hats. That's what's so good.
Ah, see? As long as you have hair on the side,
I got a little.
you're good.
Fair enough, Jordan. You just over there having all the hair.
I mean,
Look at you.
my friend had hair dreams about me, so.
Jordy with the good hair.
It's true.
Oh, man. Oh, that was good. So, you guys, we're getting up to the 10 o'clock hour here, our time. It's probably much, I guess it'll be
Probably
much later
earlier
for you.
them, or later.
Yeah. The sunset's going on.
Yep. But I think it's time for our shameless plugs.
Nice.
All right. Well, first and foremost, you guys, as always, please be sure to join the Jams and Cocktails Live Podcast Facebook group to stay up to date with the latest info about the show, as well as participate in polls and submit ideas to us to make the show better for you. Also, please go and subscribe to the Brad Brock Music YouTube channel, where these videos will go live in HD, and give us a follow on the Brad Brock Music Twitch channel as well. You can also find the audio versions of the JNC podcast on your favorite podcast platforms like iHeartRadio, Spotify, or iTunes. You can also catch me performing live in concert this week at Manatee Island in Fort Pierce. That'll be tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Friday night, I will be at the Dolphin Bar in Jensen Beach at 7. Saturday, you can catch me at Costa de Este at the beach resort there in Vero Beach at 1 p.m. And I'll round out the Father's Day weekend at Sneaky Tiki in Stewart at 2 p.m. Amen. Woo! So, yeah. And you can always see me or see where I'll be performing in my free Brad Brock Music app available in your favorite app store. You can find show dates, you can watch this podcast, you can browse merch, and even view my song list and request songs at my live shows. So you can go to your favorite app store for Apple, iTunes, or for Android and download it for free to your phones. That's the Brad Brock Music app. So go check that out.
That is an awesome
check
thing
that
you've
out.
done.
Woo! Yeah, thanks, man.
It's so good. No, anybody interested in having a good time and enjoying the positive highlights of life, I mean, that is one way to do it, is to check it all out on that app.
Yeah.
It's been really good. And you can, my favorite part is you can request songs even when you're not there.
Yep.
That is awesome. You can see them, but you don't, you're
Listen.
not there.
Don't start doing that. The minute I see Freebird, just start flowing through every show I do.
Other than Freebird and Stairway, there's an awesome request coming through.
Those aren't on the song list at all anyway, by the way. Also, if you have a business, venue, or product that you'd like us to feature here on the show, please reach out, and we'd love to talk to you about doing that, because we don't just support artists here on the Treasure Coast, but we support the venues that support us, and of course the local businesses that also support us by promoting our shows and coming out and doing these things. So we do have some sponsorship opportunities, or depending on how you negotiate with me, it could be any number of ways that we can get your stuff here, like our good friends at Hop Life Brewing, and there are our fire hogs here that we're drinking tonight.
Fire hog.
So cheers. All right, Jeff, do you have any shameless plugs to throw at us?
Sure. This weekend, well, I always like to throw out Treasure Coast Wildlife Hospital, because we do a lot of fun things out there throughout the year on typical years, although 2020 has been kind of a shit show. But other than that, we normally do a lot of fun things out there. But this Friday, I'll be at Guanabana's restaurant in Jupiter from 4 to 7 at the early, because there is a wonderful band coming in the evening, and I never know exactly when. Sometimes I play with larger bands and we get to play the evening shows. But on this occasion, I'm just doing a solo, 4 to 7. And Guanabana's is a place, honestly, I've never been before. So I'm really excited to be there.
You've never been there?
Well, no, I've been there 50 times. I've just never been there playing.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's been
that's a new venue for you.
It is.
For sure.
It's great. And you don't have to bring your own PA. They've got a wonderful system. Everything sounds great. You just bring your toys and you make some noise. And that's what I love to do.
Write that down.
Love
That's a
it.
good one.
That's what I say about the open mic coming on Thursdays at the Sneaky Tiki restaurant in downtown Stewart. So if you or anybody you know likes to play music, then that's a fun thing. And then Saturday night, I'll be at Pierce Cider in Fort Pierce, which Will Goulet, who's been doing such a bunch of wonderful things since everything's happened here. He has been one of the main contributors to keeping artists available. He's been doing a podcast every night, even when you weren't even allowed out of your house and no businesses were allowed to be open. He still kept somebody playing there every night, and that's the only person I know that did that. And so I got a lot of love for that.
That was
guy.
very cool. The Rat Rod sessions.
That's it, the Rat Rod sessions, and
it's awesome.
I mean, just for kicking it up a notch. And then this weekend, obviously, we've got a lot of great music coming to Hurricanes in Palm City. We've got a lot of fun things coming up. And then, wait, what was I'm sorry. There's a lot of fun things this week, and I want you to stay in touch with it. Treasure Coast Entertainment on Facebook, and we'll be doing everything that I can through that. I don't know how else to say it. It's just without glancing at my schedule, I don't know all the specifics, but it's going to be a neat weekend. It's going to be a neat month between whether we go forward or backwards in our phasing, between what we're allowed to do and what we're not allowed to do, because Florida's in an interesting metamorphosis right now.
Indeed.
So if we get more good news than good, if we don't, we're going to make the best of it. So either way, there's going to be something to check out.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Very, very cool. Anything over there from the Peanut Gallery or the McNibbles Gallery?
Yeah, I'm keeping McNibbles warm.
And she loves that.
Because she loves to be warm.
really
Yes,
does.
yes.
The same. If you are interested, I work for Indian River Select. They make orange juice and grapefruit juice. I have coupons. Support local.
Absolutely, yeah.
We used those the last 2 trips I was there, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Did
and
you-
there was a difference in some of the coupons, and I didn't realize
Oh,
it.
yeah,
So
yeah,
one
they were
time
free,
was
and then
one time was other.
50.
And I didn't know it. When I gave her the coupon, I was like, what happened? And then I realized the diversity. So
Nice.
we've
Yes,
used-
yes.
I got 3 from you.
Did you
I
love
used-
them?
Nice.
I've used all 3 so far.
Awesome.
Yeah, they were phenomenal.
Nice. Yes. So all natural, no flavor packs, no added sugar, no preservatives.
It's thebomb.com.
Straight up good shit. Yeah.
That's-
If you have any of that other stuff, if you try
You'll notice the difference.
there's
No,
a noticeable.
It's a phenomenal thing.
You don't really notice till you, because
Taste
we
the
did that
other.
one time. We had some other like off-brand, like Great Value orange juice, and then and we were like, that's interesting.
Yeah, and then we tried, or we bought Indian River Select, and
Yeah.
I was like, what?
And you
what the
don't
hell
notice.
were we
like,
doing?
I didn't know we were OJ snoods, but I guess we are.
I guess we are.
That's not a bad thing. Your
Yeah,
body
no.
appreciates it. Your brain tells you
Exactly,
what
and it's
is
all
the
nat-
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's all-
it's a beautiful thing.
Yes. So if you're interested in coupons, anyone, in the chat, let us know. We'll get you hooked up and
Absolutely.
support local.
Yeah, absolutely. Support local. That has been our shameless plugs.
Oh, I'm glad you used them. That's so awesome. Yay.
Oh, I did it. You
That
Hey
makes me
guys,
happy.
I do have to bring the mood down for a minute.
Uh-oh.
We had an RIP moment, a rest in peace moment,
All right.
just moments before the show started.
Really?
Something else to add to the technical debauchery that's been happening.
Yes,
I've
yes.
got my bingo sheet out.
After 20 years of faithful, loyal service, my microphone died tonight.
Oh, that is the worst. This has been a rough year, but that is a tough
I
one.
know, that's
This
like the
is,
cherry on top.
This is
of-
my Rode NT1000 that has recorded all the vocals for any record that I've ever produced.
Wow.
This has been my vocal mic for nearly all of my podcasts, and just countless other applications that it's been used for over the years. 20 years. So Dave Major, I saw that he tuned in earlier. If he's still watching, we bought this mic when we were recording stuff for my country days back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And yeah, this mic has lived through a lot.
That could go through a couple of gut changes and get it back on the road, though.
Oh.
The Rode
The road
NT1000.
The road of adventure.
It could,
Couple
but
little diaphragm inserts, little things.
I think it's time to just retire the old baby.
Are you going to put it like on a shelf or something?
You should
or
put it
you-
right on that wall back
For
there.
sure. No, it's definitely going to be a prop somewhere. For sure.
Oh God! With all
Frame that
the
thing.
foot pedals.
Yeah.
Oh,
With all the
no.
foot pedals.
Those are-
It's going in the
They stack
curio.
up. They
It's
stack
going
up.
in the
Yeah,
curio
he's got-
cabinet for sure.
Oh goodness.
But no, yeah. So RIP to my Rode NT1000.
Hey.
It had a good run,
You really
Yep,
did.
captured many moments.
indeed. So thank you for your service, NT1000. Thankfully, I was able to steal Jordan's microphone
Oh,
Yeah.
and gave her a microphone that I had kind of written off.
it looks
but-
big.
But doesn't her voice sound beautiful through it?
Just beautiful.
I hear you well.
It sounds so nice.
And it's gold.
Oh, I saw
And
that.
yeah, it's gold under
Ooh,
there.
look at that fancy thing.
It was like my backup to a backup. And I was like, okay, well, here we are. We need a backup to a backup. So,
So what are you using?
This is the AKG.
That's another big boy, right?
AKG P120, and it is very nice. I actually was in the market for another like studio quality microphone.
I got a little more presence from you than our previous occasions. Is this the first night you haven't used that other mic?
Yeah. Now
there it
I
is.
believe that microphone has been dying. I was just talking to Jordan before the show started. I was listening back to a few of our more recent podcasts, and I was like, man, my voice isn't cutting through like it used to.
See?
It doesn't have that presence like you said. And so tonight, like I just all I did was take off the windscreen, and that was enough to just set it over the edge, and it went kaput. And so I was like, okay. And then we plugged this one, and I was like, oh, there's my voice. That's what I was used to hearing.
It's nice, isn't it? You find it and you get used to it on the mic, just like people at the open mics get it for the first time.
Right.
You have to learn and appreciate that tone.
That's it. And I've always loved the Rode NT1000, and I will eventually replace it.
Sure. For a
with
studio mic.
with the same. But these microphones are really good. I actually went and like A/B'd them against my Rode microphone because I wanted to find a microphone that was on par.
Sure.
And so I would listen, bap, 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 A/B, A/B, A/B. And this microphone really replicated that sound in a way. And it's tremendously cheaper, and it's pretty affordable.
Where's it come from? B-Rad?
It's AKG. I bought this at Guitar Center, but you can get it anywhere.
Right on.
Yeah. So it's a great mic. If you
What about the Rode?
The Rode is like $399.
But did they sell that at Guitar Center too, or is that like special order?
It might be because most of their items.
It's older. So
Oh, so you'd have
they
to
have
find-
they have the new versions of
Right,
it,
yeah,
but
that's
that
exactly
microphone's. I mean, I've had it 20 years.
But that brand still exists.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
okay.
They're from Australia.
Oh,
They do
Not
their
the shrimp
thing.
on the bobby.
yeah, mate.
Yeah, mate. But no, great company. But AKG P120, great microphone, and happy to be using it.
It is fun. I just got an SM55 from Christina for my birthday.
Oh, is that the nice like?
It's the weird. It's the
nice like old school
the
like Elvis one.
Yeah, I've never had one. I've always
Nice.
because I'm a nerd for old school Metallica, and James Hetfield always uses the SM55, and I love the way his voice fills the room. I know it's not possible through a microphone to do that same thing, but I'd like to think so.
No, it's
So
cool and
I'm
it
gonna
looks
do
cool, and in the way that they've renewed them, they sound great.
They're beautiful.
great microphones.
Yeah,
Very cool.
very thoughtful gift from my partner.
Nice.
Yeah.
Give it up for Christina.
Give it up for
Christina.
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 She is my very favorite person.
Aw,
Yeah, she's
love
wonderful.
that.
Oh, Christina Rose.
I'm a lucky guy.
Indeed, sir. Oh man. Well, you guys, this has truly been a treat. Jeff, it's always great to have you on the show, man.
Sure.
I'm very, very excited about our future. I'm very excited about the guests that you're going to be sending our way.
We have a lot.
Yes, very excited to interview some of these local artists that, as I mentioned on the show before, on our 21st celebration, very excited to share the stories of these artists that you get to see at the bars, at the restaurants, and maybe you get to chat with them briefly on a 15-minute break, but you don't really get to know their story. You don't have an opportunity to see where they come from and where that passion comes from and why they started music in the first place. So here at the Jams and Cocktails podcast, that's what we're here to do. That's ultimate goal, is to present to you your favorite artists in a way that you don't get to see them in an intimate fashion, where they can sit and they don't have to worry about putting on 45, 15 off, like
Right. It's not a theme. It's a more it's exactly why I book certain artists that I do, because I'm aware and familiar with their story. And
Sure.
obviously every company has people that they try to look forward to, but I want to encourage people that aren't I like to encourage new artists and get everybody in the game that I can, but there's people that have gone through what I consider a significant amount of hard times, and I love to hear. I don't know why.
It's
I'm
great.
a nerd for the drama, but I love those stories, and I want to hear them here on Jams and Cocktails.
And everybody's got a story, and I'm very, very excited to present that to you. So coming up in the next couple of weeks, we'll have a schedule of artists that we're gonna have booked on, so that you can make sure to put it on your calendar and check in for your favorite artist. But we encourage you to come in and check out all the artists and guests that we have on the show, because it's not just going to be musicians, but we're also, as I mentioned before, we're going to bring in owners of venues that support these musicians. We're going to put together pairings for our favorite breweries, and we're going to have them and feature their products, because it's all a symbiotic ecosystem that we're living in here. And you, as consumers of entertainment and goods and local things, you're going to see it all come together here, and then we're going to send you out in the world to experience it. And that's the magic. That's my vision. That's my goal, and it's the reason that I sit here every Wednesday and pull these shows together. So thank you so much, all of you that have tuned in. Thank you so much to my podcast listeners that are listening to us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, any of your favorite platforms there. Thank you for tuning in on YouTube to watch it later on in brilliant HD.
Nice.
And we appreciate you. Please give us a follow. Please give us a subscribe. Please like the content that we have. We hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Give it up for Jeff Fereshetian.
Hey.
Treasure
Thank you,
Coast
guys.
Entertainment.
We'll be here either way. Love you all.
Give it up for the beautiful, the sensuous, the lovely Miss
McNibble.
McNibble.
Oh, there she goes.
She napping.
She's playing possum.
Yeah.
No, really. Give it up
There's Bay.
for Jordan Hurd.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Oh, yeah.
I'm enjoying your segment.
It is
you.
good, right?
Thank
The
you.
Jordy
That was a good
Files.
one.
Yes.
We're living it. We're living it. You guys,
Appreciate it.
Once again, thank you so much for hanging with us tonight. Thanks again to our panelists for chatting with us this evening. We'll see y'all next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern for the next adventure of Jams and Cocktails. Until then, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. We love you guys. Good night. Woo!
Oh my God, you have to show. Are you deaf?